Welcome to another edition of the Mesonet Weather Report. I'm Wes Lee. Last week, the state did see rain, but not the widespread statewide rain event that was forecasted. Most all parts of the map show rain on this 5-day rainfall map from midweek. However, there are mostly light accumulations in the western two-thirds. The Northeast region did have some 1 to 2 inch total seen and a whopping 4.86 inch total for Miami. The storms through Wednesday seemed to bring more severe winds and hail to portions of the southwest and central regions than much needed rain. Shallow soil moisture, so critical for wheat germination, seems to be holding up pretty well through most of the western wheat belt. The green and yellow areas of this percent plant available water map from the surface down to 4 inches is showing adequate supplies. The red areas, mostly in the east, show soils that are dry even in the shallower surface zones. Looking deeper down to 32 inches, there are a lot more issues showing up. The brown and red colors can be seen almost statewide. Only one part of the state, around Walters in Cotton County, is showing a full profile of water down to this depth. Rain chances diminish and temperatures slightly above normal continue in the forecast for next week. Gary's up next with a drought map that just won't go away.
Thanks, Wes, and good morning, everyone. Well, we've been getting some rain, but has that helped the drought monitor map? Let's take a look. Unfortunately, we have a worse map for the third week in a row. I can't really believe that we didn't see the improvements that we were expecting, but the rain continues to fall where there's not a lot of drought from northwest Oklahoma down into east central Oklahoma. However, only the rains after Tuesday 7 a.m. are considered on this map, so maybe we'll see some improvements from the recent rains on next week's map. But if you look at this map, you see a much larger area of that extreme drought, the dark red, down in south central and southeast Oklahoma. Another casualty of that flash drought that continues to strengthen over the last 60 plus days. So unfortunately, we'll wait again for another week for a better looking map. The flash drought's also continuing to show up on our topsoil moisture map from the USDA. This shows the percent short to very short from across the state. 72% of the state in short or very short. It's actually down from 79 last week, so there was a little bit of improvement, but simply not enough just yet. As I said, a lot of the rain has been falling where there's not drought, and look up Beaver up in far northwest Oklahoma in the eastern Oklahoma panhandle, 25.1 inches of rain to lead the state. Absolutely incredible. You will probably never see a panhandle site lead the state other than this year. And you're probably going to have to wait a long time at least because it doesn't happen very often. Take a look at that on the departure from normal map for the last 120 days. So the last 4-month period, 14.8 inches above normal for Beaver so far in the last 120 days. So an incredible amount of rainfall for Beaver and also much of the northwestern quarter of the state, as you can see from this map. And as we look at the year thus far rainfall from January 1st through September 20th, we see Beaver's had 29.6 inches of rain. It might not seem like a lot to the folks across eastern Oklahoma, but for Beaver, that's already the 5th wettest year in their record, dating back to 1896. That's already the 5th wettest year in their record, dating back to 1896, with 3 months, a little bit more than 3 months left to go, so maybe they can beat their all-time record. So a few more inches, Beaver can beat its record. How about other parts of the state? Well, hopefully they get to add to their rainfall totals as well. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.